Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We have a building that is on fire. Let's see. So what I want to do is, let's do that. Let's do that, and let's do this, and then let's do this, and then let's do this. All right. So we can just spray the fire and get a reward. And then we can come over here. We can't get in. There we go, there we go, there we go. And then we're inside. So we can breach these doors too. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so that way if you touch the fire, it'll damage you. Nice. Yeah, just a little something extra to add to the mix. And oh, there we go. So you get XP and you get a reward. It's the same with the car. When you're in the fire truck and you're attacking the car, it does the same thing. You get XP. Nice. And then what I should do, you'll get XP and a reward for breaching the door also. And then, I don't know, eventually maybe what I'll do is we'll have to make it so that way when you breach the door, more of it has to be, the whole thing's, oh, I gotta fix that. Is it the box light? Is it that? Is it the mask? Is it that? Alright, well, I gotta make sure that works anyways. This one, same with this one here. That worked. Alright, let's see what happened there. So in this one here, right. What's that? That's the handle, but this should already be non-collidable. Oh, there's a second door there, but that's non-collidable. That's collidable. Weird. Equals false. There we go. Alright, I'm going to try that again. Because it's set up, all of them are set up the same. What it should do, it should play a sound, and then, let's see, if there's two unions here. What is that, the frame? Yeah, alright. So then what it should do is, it should say, script.parent, .transparency maybe. .parent, let's see, 1, 2, 3. .transparency equals 1. There we go, we'll just do that. Yeah, so I'm trying to expand on the missions a little bit and add a couple of things here. More fun to the game. We're gonna do the EMS missions are gonna be similar. You go into a building and you're gonna and so what I want to do now is I'm gonna put some NPCs in here that you'll rescue. You just click on them, rescue, and then they'll disappear. And that's gonna be part of the total mission. And you get a whole bunch of you'll get rewards and all that kind of stuff. And that's just something different. So that way you don't just go somewhere, put out a couple of fires, and that's it, right? And then we have our equipment here that we can put on. And I gotta make it so that way the fires do damage. So that worked. And that worked. I think maybe I was just getting caught on the door with the equipment. Let's see here. Yeah, just getting caught. That's cool. So it'll play a sound, right? And then maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna have to make an animation with the player. So it looks like you're kind of hitting the door with, like, maybe you'll need a tool to breach the door. That's what I'll need to do. We'll make a tool, and that way it'll check to see if you have the tool equipped. And if you don't have the tool equipped, then you can't, it'll say, use this tool to open door. Yeah, that's cool. There we go. And then you'll be able to have to get the tool from the truck. So there's a little bit more involved in that. I just kind of was just sort of setting it up. Setting up the fire. That is about it. Where are these rewards? My goodness, why are they way over there? Why are you way over there? Okay, now did I fix this one? I did not. And this one, just out in the middle of nowhere. So we can do that, and we can put it up here maybe. Put this one here, up above. Where's that? It's this one. It's on the inside. That one I fixed. This one here. I just want to bring them in a little bit more. And this one here. Yeah, I know you could put the fire out from the outside of the building. I get it. So I could have the reward showing on the other side of the building too, but hopefully the player comes inside. And if we put NPCs in here, so I mean we just go to the toolbox and we could just look at rescue NPC, and maybe somebody set up some. Oh no, we need NPCs in distress. Let's see. Sitting. Yeah, we could do something like that, like an expression or something. Who knows? We just need an NPC. NPC. We just need NPCs. That's it. Okay, so we can have right now the police missions are going to be similar. I'll have to set that up. I'm not sure how that's going to work yet, but you go into a building and then there's going to be NPCs in there. Probably what I'll do is I'll take elements from the shooting game, and that way you'll come inside and there'll be people, NPCs with I don't know, weapons, and they'll be shooting at you, and you'll have something like that. It'll be cool. It'll be neat. It'll be neat. All right, we need one more. We need one more NPC. Now I think there's a way. I'm gonna figure it out. There is a way to use code to generate NPCs. There we go. That can just be an NPC. I think there's a way. I'm not sure. All right. We're gonna anchor these. We're going to anchor them. We're going to group as a folder. Put it in here, and this is going to be NPCs. All right, and then we can actually here we can do this. So we can say maybe there's one NPC here. We'll have them standing up. We won't have them in distress. We'll have them kind of like, oh my goodness, the building is on fire. What happened in here? Suddenly burst into flames. All right, and then maybe I'll have to have them like saying stuff. Like help, please help me. And I'll get that from, let's see, and then he can be over here maybe. Yeah, he could be laying down. Okay, and then so inside them we can go insert object, prompt. No, we want an attachment first off. And then we want to insert inside. Why the attachment? Because that way we can move the attachment around. Like that, for example. So it's easier for the player to see it. And then we say it requires line of sight. And then we can make max activation distance 5. So you got to be basically right on top of it. So then we just want to say local button equals script.parent, and then we want to say button.triggerEnded connect function, and then always want to say player. We can get the player. Eventually we'll add a reward to this, right? This script is going to go from 20 lines of code to 100 lines of code in a short amount of time. And then we want to say the action text will be rescue, just right, and we will say script.parent remove. It's as simple as that looks like, and then we'll test it out and see if it's going to work. And then if it works, let's test it out first. So I want to have a couple of different types of burning buildings. And we'll need a different type of truck. Perfect. We'll need a different type of truck to, I don't know what I'm saying here. We'll need a different type of truck. To do this type of, right, so we have the one truck, which is for vehicles, burning vehicles, and then we'll need another truck, which is for structures, which is more like we're going to need a, probably a fire hydrant to connect to maybe over here, right? So eventually that's what I'm gonna develop this into. We'll need a fire hydrant here. I don't know what's going on here. It's weird. And then, yeah, just show up in the truck, connect to it. That's going to give you the water. We'll have all the equipment in the truck, and then the backpack is going to have water in it. So you'll come here and you'll start spraying the fires, and you're going to be losing water in your backpack. And then, so I'll have to put that in next. That's going to be the next video. The water in the backpack, how we do that, and then of course, just let's see if we can get some. Where's the first fires over there? All right, let's see if I can insert a script. And I want to make this a damage health script, and we're going to say script.parent.touched connect function, whatever, and then we can say if hit, yeah, then there we go, perfect. And instead of that, we can just say hit. So now we have to make sure the player can touch that. We have to be careful, because if you hit it too many times, you'll just die. We don't want that. So I might have to tone it down to 1. Let's see. Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll turn that down to 1. Perfect. Then we can take this and we can just put it in the rest. There we go. Yeah, and so that's kind of, so then what we'll do is we'll give the player a reward. We have the reward script already inside the fire. I'll just move that inside the prompt, adjust it, and then that way when the player rescues the people, they get experience and they also get money. And then that way we're creating this awesome big experience. And then maybe what we'll do is, because I don't, again, I'm focusing on the individual experience. I didn't want to have like, okay, you're a firefighter, you come in here and you can do this, but then you need to be like EMS to rescue the people. I just think that's just one mission and that's what you do. And I think this is really cool. So then, like I say, we have the accessories which we get from the truck. And then now what I need to do is I need to make a tool for breaching the doors. We'll figure that out. And then I think that's it. Yeah, cool. And then that'll be in the next video. And then what we'll do is we'll dabble on maybe, like I say, we'll try and look at a police mission. Just kind of like a shooter mission. Right now, I don't want to do like spawning those types of missions on the map. The police missions, I want to keep them more internal, and we're going to do like some investigating as well, some investigative missions also, more like discovery and stuff, focusing more on RP and not so much on like action and first-person shooting, but we'll have that element. If we can set it up inside a warehouse like this, where you enter, and then there's the bad guy, maybe there's some hostages over here, and then you gotta shoot the bad guy, you gotta come over here, right, and you gotta shoot another bad guy. I think that would be really cool. So we're gonna try that. That's coming up, because these are the missions that I want to introduce to try and make the game a little more fun. I know it's bland right now, and then after that, of course, we'll start to revamp some of the buildings, etc. So we're moving. Okay. So I don't know what to call this one. This is just an additional fire mission, expansion, whatever. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.